I swear to God that this is the kind of videos I hate the most to make because I always have that kind of bad luck that in these cases most of the things that I fear that will happen finally ends up taking place. But anyways, I will go straight on topic. The first time I read about the implementation of the season tokens as a new currency, I legit thought it would be just another thing to reward those who get the Legend Pass. Maybe a currency with its own store, maybe something like the Gauntlet badges on Asphalt 8. And right after the first season where tokens were introduced, with over 200,000 season tokens and literally nothing else to spend them on, I thought that would be just another game of fail, like, maybe the infected mode. Little I knew back then of how this currency may be about to change Asphalt 9 and probably not for good at all. Stick until the end of this video because this is definitely something you need to be aware about. We are on the second season since season tokens were implemented, and it's no secret that the income stream for most of the players regarding the season tokens has been greatly reduced through all the different ways we have in our hands to obtain these season tokens. At first I thought it would be, okay, just harder for those without Legends Pass to reach the conversion limit at the end of the season in order, to get the 2,000 tokens. But anyways, I was confident because, I already reached my 33,000 season tokens before this season ends, since I already have the Legends Pass. Today, I read something that absolutely changed my perspective about this currency and the future of Asphalt 9, and I'm sure that you all need to know it as well. I'm on different Discord servers related to Asphalt 9, and in one of them, after sending an image of how close I was to reach 100,000 tokens before the next update arrived, one of Gameloft's official mods at the Asphalt 9 official server said what you can see on the screen right now. Suddenly, something made click in my head, and I realized how bad these statements could end up being. Because what if Gameloft is planning to make all the new card packs from the next updates obtainable only through season tokens instead of the blue tokens we can pay for them right now? Well, I kept thinking about it over and over again, and it started to make sense in my head because in the first season we had a ton of season tokens available, but very few things to spend them on aside from the final season conversion where we could get the 2,000 tokens. And on this current season, the season tokens input has been greatly reduced, around a 70 to 80% compared to the previous season, while we have some extra ways to waste them, that's true, as well as some relay offers where we could get season tokens paying a certain amount of normal blue tokens. However, I fear that the next season we will need season tokens to obtain blueprints from the new cards through the classic card packs and offers, and that we may have a section in the shop where we will be able to convert our normal blue tokens to season tokens in order to get the new card pack. Which is the real problem? Well, which prices will the new card packs have? In case this scenario ends up happening and it's not like something the mod said it as a joke, which at this point I seriously doubt it is, I always use a golden rule. Okay, first of all, imagine the worst possible scenario and make it your expectation, because that way, if at the end what you thought ends up being what happens, you won't be that disappointed, since you already knew it would happen. And if at the end what happens is something actually better, you will end up feeling better, because you will see how the worst case scenario never really took place. So first of all, I will start from the worst scenario I can think of, and I will say that 10 packs that you could get nowadays by like 750 tokens will cost between 7,000 and 10,000 season tokens in case this currency takes over the normal tokens next update. 10 packs that now will cost like 900 tokens could sit around 9,000 and 15,000 season tokens, and the K packs that nowadays cost like 1,200 tokens per 10 packs will sit at the 12 to 18,000 season tokens interval. Let me say it once again. This is all pure speculation. However, I fear that a similar scenario could take place as soon as the next update, which is expected to drop in a month or so. Another major fact that we should keep in mind in the case that Gameloft decided to set the season tokens as the main currency to use in order to get the new cards is the exchange rates, and that, along with the new card packs cost, will determine how fast could Asphalt 9 basically go to hell in case Gameloft doesn't implement any of the 2K factors correctly. I actually fear that if Gameloft decide to do so, it could lead to a literal implosion of the game economy, which is not the greatest at the current moment. And as I said, I like to think of the worst scenario possible, and I will be completely honest, guys. I have saved up almost 100,000 tokens, which is an absolute ton, in advance for the burst of speed cars in case the next update cars are not good enough, and I already feel my tokens could be worth absolutely nothing from the next update onwards. And I really thought something like that would never take place. And deep inside of me, the only thing I can hope is to be a mode joke, something that won't really happen at the end. But my objective side is already screaming that this is almost certainly happening. You know, the normal tokens era may be about to end sooner than we expect, only to leave space for a drive syndicate-like currency that get reset every single season to take over, effectively turning the whole game into a giant drive syndicate. And yes, I'm fully aware that the mods say that the tokens could still be used on all car packs, and I assume that this could include the burst of speed cars, and that could be quite okay. But what if a new king appears? At this point, I can't avoid to think about the guys in charge of this game. You know, the devs. I mean, not the big executives and that stuff. The guys in charge of the normal and daily development of Asphalt 9. These guys literally make the game to life every single day, and I can't think of them really thinking that including these features would make the game any better than it used to be. I can't blame them because at the end they have to work as every other worker, and all what I hope right now is that the scenario around which I made this video will never take place. But because if so, the day I finally quit this game may just, get closer. All what I wish right now is that such a scenario never takes place and Asphalt 9 never turns into what Asphalt 8 was back when fusion coins were introduced for real. Let me know your thoughts about this scenario in the comment section, and if you think that it has high odds to happen or if it won't happen at all. Meanwhile, the season tokens still have a bigger space in the top bar than the credits and the tokens combined. I really hope you all found this video useful. Drop your like and make sure to subscribe in order to not to miss anything about Asphalt 8 and Asphalt 9. Goodbye, guys. Body, body,